This is another company I follow ever since it was started. I don't know, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. Hector will tell the story about Wayout. Take it away.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting us to participate in the event. We are very happy to be here, very happy to share with you how we plan on revolutionize the way we produce and access clean drinking water. It's fairly easy to outline the problems, the global problems that we have with drinking water in general. Regarding water quality, we are exposing our water resources to increasing levels of pollution, whether it's PFAS or microplastics or industrial waste. This is a serious issue that we have to address. We have to address it now. Then we have water scarcity. We are over-extracting resources, and a combination with global warming is not going to make it any easier than it is today. Thank you so much. Then we have plastic waste, more specifically single-use plastic. That is a problem in itself, but it also permeates into the other problems. And then finally, we have transport. The way that we're currently moving water from the source to the point of use is both expensive and inefficient. Now, we have to actively move away from using single-use plastic. We are currently only able to recycle about 9% of this, and we are polluting both land and sea with nano and microplastics. Up until today, there is no large-scale alternatives in place. This is precisely where we want to come in as a company. Now, the standard way that we are moving water from the source to mouth or from the source to the point of consumption, and this is, of course, an oversimplification. We have different types of water resources. We built this massive centralized drinking water treatment plants. And then we have essentially two options: we either put it in a pipe, pressurize it, and move it into a centralized pipe distribution system that has several disadvantages, namely the magnitude of the investment, which is tremendous. Then on top of that, we have operational cost. You have to keep these pipes from leaking, and they do leak a lot. And you also have to keep these pipes relatively clean, which means that you have to use disinfectants like chlorine. So at the end of the day, what this means is that we end up drinking disinfection byproducts. Then the other alternative, which is bottling it and then transporting it separately, has several disadvantages as well, which is we continue to use single-use plastic or semi-single-use plastic that has material contamination, meaning that the plastic of the container is migrating into our beverages, to our water. And then on top of that, we have the transport costs, which, since they have to travel several kilometers, we have a big carbon footprint, and there's a serious cost to the business model there. What we are setting ourselves to do is we are attempting to build an array of network decentralized microfactories that produce a resilient supply, in the sense that if for whatever reason one of the microfactories is to shut down, the neighboring microfactories can ramp up production and secure a consistent supply of water. Now, another big advantage of this approach is that since we are in close proximity to the point of use, we can significantly reduce the cost of the distribution and hence lower the carbon footprint dramatically. Now, the vehicle that we chose to transport water from the microfactories to our IoT dispensers is time-proven technology from the beer industry. These are stainless steel beer kegs that can be in 10 liters or 15 liters. They have a life expectancy of 30 years in service. And we added a two-layer safety against tamper-proofing. The first one is a proprietary mechanical system that does not allow you to connect to the keg. This is to prevent using couplers from the beer industry being used with our water. And then we have a digital, what we call a digital lock, which is based on NFC technology. And using an NFC chip on every keg, just like the one on your credit card, has the same level of reliability, same level of safety. This allows us to keep perfect track of absolutely everything that happens on the way from the microfactory all the way to the point of use and back. Now, one node in the network will look like this. It consists of one microfactory, a couple hundreds of kegs, and a couple thousand of kegs, and a couple hundreds of IoT dispensers. Now, the microfactories themselves, they are built inside 20-foot shipping containers that are modified and then recertified again, so we can move them across the world using standard transport logistics. And we can also commission them in a plug-and-play fashion. Now, we have 3 designs for the water treatment unit that sits inside the microfactory. We can take seawater, we can take fresh water, we can take brackish water, we can take seawater. So we can essentially connect to any source available. If, for example, this is an application inside a city and there is available municipal water, we can connect to that. If there's absolutely nothing to connect to, we can also connect to one of these condensation air to water condensation systems. Now, when the kegs come back from use, we have to, of course, clean and fill them. And this is something that we're very proud of. We developed technology that uses ozone, compressed air, and water to perfectly clean, fill, and seal the kegs. Now, all the water that is used during the cleaning process is recirculated back into the start of our water treatment unit, which means that we're able to not waste a single droplet of water during the cleaning process. This is something we're very proud of, and to the best of my knowledge, we are the only company that can clean, fill, and seal a beverage container without wasting a single droplet of water and without dumping a single droplet of chemicals during the bottling process into the drain. Now, when the kegs travel to the IoT dispenser, we are able to read on the IoT dispensers, we can read the NFC chip. We can, of course, create a new entry into the database, notifying the system that the new keg is on place. And then we can also track in real time the volume inside of the kegs. So we can even trigger automatic resupply. Now, all the software that all the hardware that we have developed so far is capable of intaking and producing a lot of data. And this has been done on purpose, of course. We want to leverage the size of data that we can get to, of course, drive optimization and analysis. And of course, we want to leverage the new tool of AI, but not just for the sake of using the new tool, but to actually extract value from it, to work to find proper solutions to the global problem of water, to future-proof drinking water. Now, the next steps that we need to take to future-proof drinking water is that we need to work together both with investors and with customers, which, by the way, are existing big water brands and operators that are already there in the business of selling water or distributing water. We don't see them as competitors. We see them as partners, as customers. We want to work together with them to enable them to use our technology so that we can together deploy a network in this way and address the global problems with water. Thank you.
Super. Thank you. Lovely. One quick question. Any quick question for Héctor? No. Well, there's one.
What's your revenue up to date?
We are ramping up, starting up a commercial phase.
So which
we are working together to get customers right now.
so you don't have any revenue?
Not yet, no.
Okay, but where are your trial installation pilots?
We have the one that you saw in the previous image is sitting in our showroom in Dubai. This is how it looks. That's the microfactory in the shipping container.
Good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.